Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. If you want to know when your goldenrod is completely gone for sure, you'll see stuff like this right here with your honeybees. If you have any kind of corn set out for your animals, this feeder here is it was a dog feeder, and we took off the door and we just filled up with corn. And the ducks, the geese, the chickens, and everything eats out of it. And in the wintertime, especially if it's cracked corn, the bees will go through the corn, finding the dust particles, and they will use it as a protein source in place of pollen. And they do this every single year, and you can tell when they're really hungry for pollen. And for people that don't believe you should be feeding pollen throughout the winter, well, this right here should tell you if your bees are desperate digging for it, then they by any means they need it and they're wanting it. You can see, and that'll show you too, a lot of times when your bees are bringing in different colored pollen, it doesn't always mean it come from a flower source. Just for example, this right here, they're pulling not pollen, but corn dust, starch perhaps, maybe off this corn. And they do this every year, and you can see the color of their legs there if we can zoom in on one. It's almost like a dirty white looking pollen on their legs. You can see that one right there. It's like a dirty white, off-white color that they're getting from this corn. Okay, we're down at the pollen feeder now, looking at it, and a few bees around it. But like I said, you know, the bees, and just by because I see this every year, but the bees not only, like I said, will feed on artificial pollen throughout the winter, and a lot of times you may be in January in a warmer climate like North Georgia and seeing your bees bringing in pollen. You're like, where in the world are they getting pollen this time of year? Because there's nothing blooming, everything's dead, everything's dormant. But it'll be stuff like that. It'll be like if they find corn feeder somewhere, or if you got local farmers around, they could be pulling stuff off of some of the grains that they're feeding those animals. So they'll find something to feed on, and that goes to show you right there, if they're in that desperate of a mode to be out looking for pollen, that they got to be bringing it in that time of year. I can assure you they do need it. That goes out to the people that don't think they need pollen throughout the winter. I've seen it, and I know by experience, these bees come out of the winter, and I did a video. You can go back, and I'll put the video up in the right-hand corner, where how my bees come out of winter extremely strong. Stronger than they was in the fall, before those colonies, went through the winter. They were stronger, and this was like early spring. And so this really helps them out, especially this ultra bee. That stuff right there is the best pollen you can get. And you can put it in just about any kind of feeder or an old box or anything like that. It works very well. But just a little video to show you that your bees aren't always bringing in pollen when you wonder where it's coming from. So that's about it, folks. Don't forget, click on the little bell, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Barnyard Bees.